never see it.
The reality is they never see the work. They only see the wins. And like I said, when people see me, they're like, oh, Will, you're doing great. I'm like, yeah, dude. But what you don't see is how many times people are telling me, no, stop emailing me. We don't want to hear from you. We don't care about your film. We don't care. People are rude. People are disrespectful, man. And they'll straight up tell you. See, but you can't let that deter you from doing it. Say, okay, no problem. All right. A no can always turn into a yes later. A yes can never turn into a no, usually. Yeah. So I said to myself, okay, all right, I'll take that. I emailed every reporter. I even showed up to News 12 The Bronx. Let me tell you how I got on News 12. A lot of people don't know. I'm going to tell everybody how I got on there. People are like, oh, man, I saw your story on News 12. I'm like, well, what you don't know is it took me 2 years to get on there. I showed up to News 12 Westchester, which is on Executive Boulevard in Yonkers. Anyone who knows that. It's behind Red Lobster, Chili's or whatever, Applebee's. Knock on the editor's door. Knock on the door. I've been emailing this editor for over 2 years. She's acting like she speaks to me like I'm a new person. Yeah. Email threads. She opens the door. I'm like, listen, hey, how you doing? I'm Wilfred La Salle. She's like, oh, I know who you are. Hey, gives me her number. Gives me the whole, I'm going to help you. Yeah, we're going to. Never hear from her. I kept on and kept on. But had I stopped, I would have never gotten the feature.
Exactly.
And I mean, people are going to say, man, you're crazy for doing that. But my cast even knew. They were like, dude, that's amazing. That's how you do things. Like, they're not coming to me knocking on my door saying, hey, man, we want your story. No, you have to go after it. If you want it, you got to go after it. That's it. Plain and simple. And same thing with New York One. I'm like emailing. Oh, email the news desk. I'm like, dude, these guys don't respond. I DM these guys. They don't answer. They don't even look at my messages. You have to just keep going. Yeah. A lot of people don't see that. And I want people to understand that's what it takes. When you see the stuff that you see, it's not, I'm winning. I'm losing a lot. I'm losing, but I'm winning because I keep pushing past the boundaries that was set upon me to keep me from not getting where I need to go. I will not be denied. That is purely my insanity. People are going to tell you Will La Salle is out of his mind. They're 100% right. Believe everything they tell you. But what they won't tell you is that how passionate, how much I love this, how much film is in my blood, how much I enjoy being on my set with my cast, how much of a family we are. And you got to love this to be in this. You got to put in your 10,000 plus hours. Yeah. That's a fact. All right? It's never going to be handed to you. It's not going to be easy, but it'll be worth it. I know it sounds cliche, but you have to break. Persistence breaks resistance. And that is it.
Yeah. And like even getting like into when you started making movies, right? Before that, you was also into like every time you would go out somewhere, say like Chicago or anywhere, like you would film it. You would make like a vlog out of it. Yeah. So that right there, I could see how that right there transitioned into you making movies. Right, so like I see also that you're.
That was at the beginning of your.
Because
I used to film it on a GoPro. I used to film my vacation videos with my wife. Yeah,
and I see that you're very adventurous because you do a lot of things from like kayaking, taking trips. So that right there, like, what led you doing that, like vlogging every trip that you went on?
So growing up in the Bronx, I was never exposed to that. When I grew up in the projects, I saw nothing but drug dealers. It was people smoking weed in the hallway, hash on the floor, whatnot. You know how it is, loud music, everybody hanging out on the beach chairs. I was never exposed to those things. And so I said to myself, okay, I need to give myself these experiences that I would have never had. So when I started to evolve and step outside of that, I was like, okay, I need to do better. This is not who I want to be. Just because I was born here under these circumstances and I live here doesn't mean this has to be my life. And so I wanted to kind of evolve and like, all right, well, in order for me to evolve, I have to change, right? In order to have something you've never had, you have to do something you've never done. And so I learned that very early on. I was, okay, if I'm going to get to this point, there are steps that I need to take. These are not the people I need to be around. Not that I'm better than them, but I deserve better. Yeah. These people are not in that energy of where I want to go. And so I had to make a very tough decision. And when you're growing, it comes with a lot of goodbyes. And I had to learn, okay, I want to start kayaking. I want to do things that my parents are like, we want to do. My mother was like, you want to do what? Puerto Rican. What do you mean you're going to go kayaking? What do you mean?
Like we just went hiking this summertime. We was like, we got to do different things.
You have to break. You have to break those boundaries. You have to break all of those stigmas and those stereotypes that you can't do something because it's not. No, if you want it, do it. Surround yourself with good people too. Yeah. I'm the CEO of my own life, not just of my company. I promote and demote people every year. Every year I take an inventory of people. That's it. I swear to God. I take an inventory. I'm like, okay, who's up? Albert, my best friend, he's staying.
I'm taking that, bro.
This guy, he's going. He hasn't contributed anything. He's a taker. He's not a giver. He's selfish. He only calls when he needs something. I had a friend. I'll tell you a story. He used to call me every time with the same issue. Same issue. You know what I told him? I said, dude, I love you. But at this point, if you're going to call me with the problem that you continuously keep having, you don't want a solution.
No.
You want to pour your garbage onto me. It's like people are like garbage trucks, man. They'll dump their garbage, they'll dump their emotional baggage onto their hang-ups. And if you receive it, then you ever talk to somebody and you feel like down, like, oh my God, that drained me, right? People are energy drainers. And so I said to him, the next time I hear from you, there better be a solution. Because at this point, I'm not picking up your calls. It's just noise at this point. And it's deterring me. And every time I speak to you, I'm drained. I never heard from him again. Good riddance.
That's it.
You don't need people like that around. Those are low frequency people.
Yeah.
Those are people that you don't need in your life.
Facts.
Those are people that you have to, it doesn't matter if they're family.